What's up, guys? It's your boy AJ here. This is the Keep It 100 YouTube channel. Now, I'm here to talk about some UFC. Those who don't know, I suggest you guys pay attention, especially you casuals, because you guys like to be right. Well, I'm the one to tell you guys are wrong. Now, we had a big event this past weekend in the UFC. UFC 247, Jones versus Reyes. Pretty big fight, especially for Jon Jones. It's a big fight for his legacy. It was to truly see if he could beat the new wave of light heavyweight. Sure, he beat Thiago Santos and Anthony Smith last year, but this was the true new wave. Those were middleweights coming up to light heavyweight. This was a true bred light heavyweight trying to make a statement. He already made a statement against Chris Weidman, which was Dominick Reyes. Chris Weidman was former UFC champion. Dominick Reyes made him look less of a man. I'm just saying, though, this was a big fight. Dominick Reyes was 12-0. Not a lot of guys go 12-0, get a shot at the title, and they slip up. But he was the guy that truly kept his word and got that title shot. It was announced back in December. But we were here February 8th, 2020. It was just a good fight. Very good fight. I had a lot of fun watching it, but of course there was some controversy. You know, it was the first time Jon Jones has ever been outstruck in a UFC fight. He got outstruck 116 to 104. And, you know, if I were to tell you that, you'd be like, what? No way. The guy outstriking Jon Jones? Well, hey, guess what? It happened. And if I were to tell you that, you would think, oh, hey, Dominick Reyes won. That's the controversy. This is how he got ripped off. Basically, the biggest stat of the fight was the significant strikes landed in each round. Now, first round, Jon Jones, 17, Reyes, 23. Second round, Jon Jones, 22, Reyes, 33. Third round, Jon Jones 19, Reyes 26. So the first 3 rounds were in the bag for Dominick Reyes. That's enough to win the fight. Even Gustafsson won 3 rounds against Jon Jones. I mean, that's just crazy. Then round 4, Jon Jones 20, Reyes 13. Round 5, Jon Jones 26, Reyes 21. Round 4 and 5 were so close. I even gave it round 4 to Reyes. I believe that was the closest round of the fight. But I'm not a judge. If I told you those numbers, they even showed them on the pay-per-view. Dominick Reyes outstruck Jon Jones. If I showed you those numbers just now, after the fight, you would think Dominick Reyes won. Even the casuals know Dominick Reyes won. I mean, it was just truly something crazy. One judge had it 48-47, which was a close fight. Another one, 48-47, another close fight. Then 49-46 means it was a unanimous decision for Jon Jones. I mean, when they read 49-46, I'm like, oh, that's Dominick Reyes all the way. But they gave it to Jon Jones by unanimous decision. I mean, come on. Come on. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. In my eyes, it's a black eye on the sport. Dominick Reyes, undefeated fighter, probably one of the first few undefeated fighters to fight Jon Jones. He really gave him a run for his money. I believe it was Jon Jones' closest fight since Gustafsson. You could argue that with me. But I'm just saying, guys, Jon Jones did not win that fight. For you casuals, Jon Jones did not win that fight. Dominick Reyes won. He should be the new champion of the world. Oh, man. I was in shock and disbelief. I was like, are you kidding me? I just had this look of disbelief. And of course, with all of Jon Jones' legal issues, him running into a pregnant lady, him running into a pole, him just being caught for steroids, cocaine, time and time again, man. You would think that a guy would get his karma. A champion of that caliber would get his karma inside the octagon. He hasn't had that at all. This was his closest fight that he's had to that. I'm a firm believer in karma, but I don't think it's hit Jon Jones at all. I believe that Jon Jones is the luckiest bastard alive. Excuse my French. Is that French? Anyway, you get my point. If that's the case, then hey, everyone could go out, mess up, but still become popular and famous. I don't know, guys. It was truly something crazy, truly something out of a movie. Even Jon Jones looked surprised. I mean, come on. When do you see a champion look surprised like that? Dominick Reyes just got robbed, man. He got robbed. He showed his toughness in every single fight. You know, beating Jared Cannonier, beating Volkan Oezdemir, Chris Weidman. I mean, just a who's who of already good light heavyweight contenders. And everyone thought, okay, this is Jon Jones' toughest fight. And, you know, Jon Jones ain't going to admit that he lost, which he did. But Dominick Reyes proved that he was for real. And my final take, like he said, he proved he was a real deal. My final take, a true contender, like I said, in Dominick Reyes, giving Jon Jones a run for his money, winning 3 rounds against 2 of Jon Jones' rounds. Do the championship rounds last does it add up as much as round 1 through 3? Like, I don't get that. Like, does it really mean as much as round 4 and 5? And you know, I'm confused. I'm just really conflicted. Because if that's the case, Jon Jones just threw nothing but kicks the last 2 rounds. Granted, Reyes was kind of moving back, but he landed bigger punches. He landed punches. And the takedowns Jon Jones had, they were not even takedowns. Both shoulders were not on the canvas like that. He was on his butt the whole time and bounced right back up. Maybe he was on his butt for like 5 seconds a time, if that. But my just thing, like I said, all rounds need to be the same. I don't think Jon Jones did enough to win rounds 4 and 5. In my eyes, Jon maybe won round 4 and Reyes won round 5. But that's just my opinion. And I know I said this twice, but final take, my true final take, I'm watching Volkanovski versus Holloway right now on my TV. Shout out to Roku. I don't even think Volkanovski won this fight. I mean, you could, that's a different conversation for a different day. But in my eyes, that quote-unquote saying to beat the champion, you gotta beat the champion. And in my eyes, that saying is complete BS. If that's the case, then Holloway should still be the champion. You know, all these decisions, you know, need to go the same way. If it's the same way for all the champions, then Holloway should still be the champion. But that's just not the world we live in. Jon Jones retains his title in what was by far an epic fight. A very epic fight. I thought Reyes got him, but the judging was terrible all night. You know, you look at the other fights, Krause versus Trevin Giles. Ilya Latifi versus Derek Lewis was even kind of controversial, but hey, Derek Lewis called it. I gotta go, guys. My balls was hot, no pun intended, for Derek Lewis. Anyways, that is my opinion on how Dominick Reyes got robbed. Thank you so much for watching. Please give a like and subscribe. Comment on how you scored the fight. It's your boy AJM. Watch my videos. Give me these views. It's your boy. Keep it 100. And I'm out.